Hey everybody, Captain B-Nard back here with another Wi-Fi battle. So today we have week 8 of the YCL Wifi. So going into this match, we are sitting at 5-2 following another narrow victory last week. Our opponent is coming into this at 4-3. So here is the situation as far as this week's game goes. If we win this game, the Philadelphia Pidgeys are going to be locked in, guaranteed to get a playoff spot here in the YCL Wi-Fi. If we lose this game, we are actually still in a good spot to make a playoff run. It's just going to depend a lot more on the last week of the regular season, as well as the performance of several other teams. So definitely would like to win this one to take all the pressure off of the final week of the league next week. But at the same time, this is not a super high pressure game for us, thanks to our victory last week, which is nice. But we are still going to give it our all this week and see what happens. So with that being said, we're going to get into it. And it's going to be against Saad. So, looking at his team, okay, a couple of surprises actually that I wasn't expecting. So I wasn't really expecting the Rhydon, but he did bring that. I guess other than that, everything he's bringing is what I was expecting, so I guess that would be one surprise. So I'm a little surprised he didn't bring the Kyurem because he has access to that on his draft, but nonetheless, I still think I have kind of sort of a plan as per the usual. So I think we're going to lead with Galvantula here. And we'll see how that works out. So again, would really like a win this week. Again, that would lock us into the playoffs, so hopefully we can get it done here. So there he is, and he's going to go ahead and lead with the Rhydon. So that's, in a way, kind of what I was expecting. So I did lead with the Galvantula. So I have a choice to make here, but I think I'm actually just going to go straight for the Energy Ball because I'm going to predict that he predicted my lead and isn't going to be expecting the Energy Ball, so we're just going to go for that outright. And indeed he stays in, and he's going to eat an Energy Ball here, and he actually does live that, though. That's a little bit of a surprise. He must be maximally specially defense invested in order to live that, so he is going to get the Stealth Rock up, which actually kind of sucks for me. So now, what do we want to do? I think we're actually going to go ahead and throw the Sticky Web now and go for that. Since he got the rocks up on us, that kind of sucks. And we did not bring a way to get hazards off this week. So he actually is going to stay in. We go for the Sticky Web, so we're going to get the hazard up on him, which is good. And he is going to Heat Crash in return. So that's not good. That's probably going to knock us all the way down to the Focus Sash. It does. We do survive because of it. And yeah, now we're kind of back in this predicament. So we really, we could try to predict the switch and do an electric move, but that's just too risky, I think. So we're just going to Energy Ball again. And he does stay in, so this second Energy Ball will definitely take him out, which is good. So that's going to be it for the Rhydon, and that's going to knock him to 5. So that's not a terrible start to the game for us. We do still have the Galvantula only at 1, but we have a hazard up on both sides of the field, although I'm not sure which will be more detrimental, either the rocks on my side or the web on his side. But he's going to come in with the Rotom Wash here, and I think we're just going to Volt Switch now that his electric immunity is gone. I mean, we could Energy Ball to try and hit this thing as hard as possible, but I'm predicting he might actually want to defog here to get the webs off, maybe. So, I mean, we could Energy Ball, we could Volt Switch. Those are kind of the options here. I kind of, in a way, I kind of want to Energy Ball because it would do a good chunk. But, you know, I think we're just going to Volt... Yeah, I think we're just going to Volt Switch here. So, We do outspeed, and we are going to hit a volt switch, so that is going to do a really nice amount of damage, about a third, and we do get the switch, so I think we just go right into Gudra here every time against the Rotom, so that's what we're going to do. Come in with the Gudra, and we are going to take the Stealth Rock damage, and he is going to go ahead and Volt Switch of his own, actually, so that's not going to do too much damage to us, but it is going to give him the pivot, which is not great, so he's going to get to bring in a matchup, which is obviously not what we wanted, and he's going to go for the Metal, which is also not what we wanted. So he's going to get the speed reduction off the Sticky Web. That's not really going to matter since this thing is very slow anyway. We get some HP back from the leftovers. Now we're going to have an important choice to make because Gudra can wall off quite a few Mons on his team, actually. So I really don't want to take a big hit with Gudra right now, and this Metal is in position to deliver that. But at the same time, I don't really have a lot of great switch-ins to the Metal, so this is actually kind of a little bit of a bad situation for me, but I think we want to save the Gudra here, so I think we want to just switch into the Galvantula as fodder, essentially, because we don't want to take a hit on the Gudra right now. So I'm going to go ahead and come in with the Galvantula, which is going to go down to the Stealth Rock damage, so that'll let us get a clean switch next turn, which is good. He is going to go ahead and Ice Punch, so he's got that on deck, so that's information. I think with that, we're actually going to just come in with the Blastoise with the clean switch, so he may very well be choice itemed, since a lot of times these are banded, so I think we Shell Smash here. I think that's the plan, so we're going to Shell Smash. And he is not going to switch, so actually that's not good, but at least we know he's probably not banned. So we're going to get the Shell Smashed. It's going to lower our defenses. We get that attack, special attack, and speed sharp increases. And then we get the defenses put back with the Herb, which is nice. He is going to Thunder Punch us in return. And how well do we take that? Not super well, but we do take it. We got about a quarter HP left. We're definitely going to go for the Aura Sphere this turn. And we will definitely outspeed this thing, but the question is it going to be enough to take it out at +2? And again, okay, it looks like this thing has to be extremely specially defensive as well, because that thing eats that pretty well, and then he takes us out with a Thunder Punch, so that's not good. So that's going to drop us to 4, which is not good. Okay, so yeah, it's not good. Yeah, this thing is super defensive, so, yeah, that is not good at all. So, what do we want to bring in against this thing now is the question. Yeah, that definitely did not go the way I definitely was hoping to do more damage to that thing with that +2 Aura Sphere than that, so, this is actually not a good spot to be in right now. So, yeah, we got to make a choice here. It's got to be either the Hitmonlee or the, yeah, I think it just has to be, yeah, it has to be the Lycanroc, I think, and we just have to hit this thing as hard as we can with a close combat. We're going to take the Stealth Rock damage, which breaks our Sash, which sucks. So I think we just have to go for that Tough Claw as close combat on this thing. So that's what we're going to do, and we're going to see what he does. So he is not going to stay in, so I guess we could have taken a risk and switched, but he's going to come in with the Rotom, and so I don't know how well this thing's going to take this, so this thing's going to get hit with close combat, and that is nearly going to take that thing out, but it does survive, and then we do get those defense drops. He is going to regain some HP with the leftovers, so we know we're definitely going to outspeed this thing, so we could just take it out outright with a close combat unless he tries to switch, which he does have some switch options. I don't know if an Accelerock is going to be enough to take it out from that range. It looks like it might be a physically bulky variant, which means that it wouldn't be enough, so I think I don't know. I think we have to just close combat here, which sucks in a way, because it would be nice. Yeah, I think we just have to close combat here because I can't risk that the Accelerock's not going to be enough to take it out. So he stays in anyway. Close combat's definitely enough to get rid of the Rotom from that range, which is good. So we get rid of the Rotom, so that's nice. That's going to drop him to 4 as well. So we'll see what he wants to bring in response. So he has a few options. So it's going to be the Virizion, so that's definitely not great. He is going to get the speed reduction off the Sticky Web. So we should outspeed this thing for sure, so we could close combat on this thing. But I kind of don't want to. I kind of want to switch out because he has... he does have the Moltres and the Gardevoir, which we can really get rid of with this thing. So I think we might switch into Goodra. We got to switch into either Goodra or type Null, I think. I think we actually switch into Goodra and we hope for the Grass move. So yeah, I think that's what we have to do here is switch into Goodra and hope for the Grass move. He could easily Fighting move, which would be real bad for us. So I guess we're going to find out. So here's the Goodra, and we take the rocks, and he goes Leaf Blade. Okay, so we got that right, so that's really good. Sap Sipper is going to activate. We're not going to take any damage, and then we get some HP back with the leftovers. So that worked out really well. At this point, I think we have to go Fire Blast. So yeah, we're just gonna go Fire Blast. There's no reason not to. Yeah, there's no reason not to just Fire Blast at this point. So we're gonna see what he wants to do here. And he might be choice and switch. He might stay in. We don't know. And he's gonna switch. So he actually might be choice on the Virizion. He's gonna switch into the Gardevoir. Okay. So he's going to go ahead and get the speed reduction on the Sticky Web, and then he's going to trace our Sap Sipper, which is fine. Come on, Fire Blast, don't miss. Thank God the Fire Blast does not miss. So this thing eats a Fire Blast. It actually doesn't do a whole lot, only about a quarter, but this thing does get burned, so that's nice. So we gain some HP back from the leftovers, and this thing is going to take some burn damage. So based on that damage output, we're probably not going to be able to take it out. It looks maximally, especially defensive maybe. So the Sludge Wave is probably not enough to take it out, but I feel like we still have to go for it anyway because we don't have a lot of switches here. So I feel like we just Sludge Wave here. And we know we should outspeed because of the Sticky Web. So we're going to Sludge Wave, and how much is it going to do? It's going to put him down to about a quarter, which is good. He's going to Mystical Fire in return, so he's predicting a switch on our side. So that is going to do virtually nothing to us. It does drop our special attack, which is not too bad because we do get some HP back from the leftovers. So that worked out well. He was over-predicting there a little bit, which is good for us. He does take that burn damage, and so I think we have to Sludge Wave to kill this thing. I think we have to Sludge Wave, although he could easily bring in the Melmetal to absorb that. So yeah, I think we just have to Sludge Wave here. So he's going to stay in and he's going to Shadow Sneak. Okay, that's interesting. That is going to do virtually nothing to us. This thing is burned and its attack is very low. We're going to hit him with a Sludge Wave in return, and that is going to get rid of the Gardevoir, so that's actually really good for us. That's going to go ahead and drop him down to 3. So Goodra really turning things around here for us. We're going to get some HP back with the leftovers, which is nice. So yeah, we're going to see what he wants to bring in return. And it's going to be the Melmetal again. So we know he's got Ice Punch on deck for us. He does take the speed reduction on the Sticky Web, so he's got the Melmetal, the Virizion, and the Moltres left. We know we outspeed this thing, so I feel like we just have to stay in and Fire Blast this thing, even though Goodra would be really good against both of those Pokemon. I guess we can just hope we don't miss a Fire Blast here. We could switch... We could definitely switch to try and save Goodra, but I think we're going to be switching into type Null if we do that. And so you know what? I think we do want to save Goodra for those last couple Mons, actually. So I think we actually go type Null here. Yeah, we want to save Goodra because is very good against his last couple mons. So we're going to go ahead and come in with type null here. And we take the stealth rock damage, and he's going to go ahead and ice punch as predicted. So that's not going to do too much to type null, actually. So he actually might not want to stay in here based on that damage output. Although I think we just need to chip this thing down a little more. So we're, we could actually, you know what? I think we're just going to go ahead and... This thing is very physically bulky, but you know what? I think we're just going to Swords Dance here. I don't know that he stays in. And no, he does stay in, so that sucks. But we do get a Swords Dance. He's probably packing the fighting move. And there's the Earthquake. No, so he's not packing the fighting move, so that's actually good. The Earthquake takes us down to about half, so that's not bad. I think this turn we have to Shadow Claw, so we're going to try to get as much damage as we can on this thing. So it's at +2, but this thing is very bulky. But it actually does do a respectable amount, knocking him into about a quarter. He's going to Earthquake, and it's going to be close, but we actually might be able to take another one. We're just going to keep clicking Shadow Claw here. And is this Shadow Claw enough to take him? And we actually get a critical hit on the Shadow Claw, and it is enough to get rid of the Mel Metal, so that is huge for us. That's going to go ahead and drop him down to 2. So type null tanking those hits again and putting in work, so that is pretty awesome. So we're sitting in a pretty decent spot right now. He's going to come in with the Moltres. So we have no reason to switch. We're just going to click Double Edge here. He's probably going to take us out with an attack, but it is what it is. Type null put in work here. So he's going to Mystical Fire, and can we live? Yes, we actually do live that with 19 HP in the red. Type null coming through, going to hit him with a Double Edge, and it is not quite enough to one-shot the Moltres, but that is going to take us out via recoil. But type null with another impressive performance here. I think at this point we go into Hitmon Bruce Lee. And that is exactly what we're going to do. So we come in with the Hitmonlee, and we take the Stealth Rock damage. And I think it is time to go ahead and pop the Normal Gem Fake Out for sure. So we're just going to do that. He definitely could switch to try and save it. But no, he doesn't. He stays in. So we're going to get the Normal Gem Fake Out, Unburden. You know the drill. That's definitely going to be enough to take the Moltres out from that range. And that is going to knock him down to just one Pokemon. Which is, of course, the Virizion. So he's going to go ahead and come in with that, and he's going to get the speed reduction on the Sticky Web. So even if he's choice Scarf, we should outspeed him, and we're just going to Poison Jab here to get as much damage as possible, and we do outspeed. So there's the Poison Jab, and is it enough? Is not quite enough to take him out. But we do get the poison, actually. Okay, so we're getting some nice luck in this one. He's actually going to go for a Reflect here. So that is going to increase his defense against physical attacks. I'm not sure if he was hoping to set up, or if he just kind of maybe threw in the towel at this point. But either way, it doesn't matter what we click at this point. We're just going to click close combat. And that's definitely going to be enough from that range to take that Virizion out. And that is game. All right, so we are going to get a 3-0 victory there over Saad. That was a really good match. We had a couple of hacks in our favor, but we also made some nice predictions, and yeah, things worked out for us. I am very happy with that result. Okay, so with that, the Philadelphia Pidgeys are going to advance to a 6-2 record. That is great. I'm really happy about that. And that is going to guarantee us a spot in the playoffs of the YCL Wi-Fi, regardless of what happens in the final week next week. So I am really pumped up about that. I am very happy that we are going to be returning to the playoffs of a league. It's actually been too long, I think, since the Philadelphia Pidgeys have been able to qualify for the playoffs of a league. So I'm really pumped up about that. And yeah, I am looking forward to that. We still have one more week of the regular season, which we are still going to play out, obviously, next week. So The takeaway here is fly, Pidgeys, fly to the playoffs. So thanks for watching again, everybody. Hope you all enjoyed. Please hit that like button, leave a comment, and or subscribe if you did enjoy, and stay tuned for more new battles in the future. So that's it, and we'll see you next time.